Welcome to part 2 of our writing lesson. So we left off where you guys drafted your concluding sentence. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go over our writing checklist. And as we go over that checklist, we're also going to color code the paragraph. And I'm going to do mine with marker, and you just watch since yours is going to be on a Google document because you guys know our dance very well. So the first thing I need to make sure is, do I have a topic sentence? So I'm going to flip over my rubric and let's take a peek. Once upon a time, I was the gingerbread woman. So I have a topic sentence. So now I'm going to take my green and I'm going to color code it. Just like that. If you printed your writing, you can color code it too. If you did not, what you're going to do is you're going to point to your screen at the topic sentence and say green topic sentence. Let's do it together. Ready? Green topic sentence. All right, so I know I have that, and that can be checked off on my checklist that you guys are watching. Next, my details are complete thoughts. So you guys remember that details are yellow. So I'm going to take my yellow and let's take a look. First, I hiked in the forest. I'm going to make that a yellow box because that's part of her dance. Next, I made friends with the bear. Okay, that makes sense. So I'm going to do another yellow. Lastly, I built a house. That makes sense too. So we're going to do another yellow. Now, if you do not have a yellow and you're using a computer, what you can do is you can point to your screen at each box and say yellow detail after you read your sentence. So for example, first, I hiked in the forest. Makes sense. Yellow detail. Next, I made friends with the bear. That sounds good. Yellow detail. Lastly, I built a house. Yellow detail. So let's go back to that list. And I'm going to put a check mark there because all my details are complete thoughts. Ooh, this is the tough one for us. Do the juicy details match the detail? So I'm going to take our red, and what I'm going to do, and what you're going to do is you're going to point on your screen to your red. So it says, first I hiked in the forest, I met a kind bear. Yeah, that matches, so I can put my red box. If you're on the screen, you can just say, juicy detail matches. Let's say it together. Juicy detail matches. Next, I made friends with the bear. We played hide and seek. Matches. So I'm going to take my red, and I'm going to say, the juicy detail matches, and point to my juicy detail. Let's do it together. The juicy detail matches. Lastly, I built a house. The house was huge. That works. So I'm going to take my red. And we're going to say that together. Ready? Juicy detail and matches. One more time. Juicy detail and matches. So I have our checklist, and we're going to check that off. We've already made sure that we have periods and capital letters. So I'll just use the red again to check that one off. And last but not least, this is the one I noticed when I was grading the DWAs we really got to work on. Do you have a concluding sentence? Remember that concluding sentence is at the very, very bottom. So I'm going to make sure I have mine. So it says, in the end, I enjoyed being the gingerbread woman. I sure do. So I'm going to take the green and outline the box. Now if you're looking at your computer, point to your box and say green concluding sentence. Let's do that together. Green concluding sentence. And then I'm going to check that off. All right, my friends. So now here's what's going to happen. So I made sure I color coded it with green, yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow, red, green, because that is the order that you are going to write your paper in. So let's look at my sample paper, just to make sure that I did this correctly. So here I have the gingerbread woman, and you too will get a template just like mine. So when I look at my green, it says, once upon a time, I was the gingerbread woman. Notice on my Google Doc, I start with the same sentence. Once upon a time, I was the gingerbread woman, period. Then I'm going to jump down to my yellow. First, I hiked in the forest. And you see I have that yellow here. First, I hiked in the forest. My next one's going to be my red. I met a kind bear. And look here, it matches. I met a kind bear. Now we did green, yellow, red. Now we're going to go back to yellow because that's my second detail, where it says, next, I made friends with the bear. And that's what it says right here. Next, I made friends with the bear. Because that was yellow, our next one's our second red. We played hide and seek. And when I look here, there it is. We played hide and seek. Now, because I was on red, I'm going to jump back up to that yellow. Lastly, I built a house. And I see that matches here. Lastly, I built a house. And therefore, my last juicy detail should be the next sentence I typed. The house was huge. Let's look. The house was huge. And finally, I'm going to do my last green. And it says, in the end, I enjoyed being the gingerbread woman. And that's what I have right here. Now feel free on your document to add pictures. And how you can do that is we can go right up here to Insert, Image, and then you hit Search the Web. All right, I'm excited to read all your lovely papers, and I'll see you guys later.